Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Gemini in mid-March 2021. What is going on, Gemini? How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. Friends, wherever you are in the world, be safe, happy, healthy, and secure. Wishing that for all of you guys, not just Geminis, but the entire collective. And please take care of yourselves and people that you know and love. Also extend some of that niceness and that good treatment towards people that you don't know so well. Raises the vibration of the collective here on the planet, as well as puts you in position to be creating good karma. And that's all we need in life. Well, it's not all we need, but it's a very important contributor. Let's say it that way, okay? No other announcements here in March for you, Gemini, so let's just go ahead and get into the regular spiel. Anything you want from me, it's in the description box below. Timestamp is down there. Information on how to book a personal reading with me is down there. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I give you a link for that below as well, okay? Gemini, let's get going. Let's see some messages for you. Potent is now what I'm saying? Pertinent and poignant is what I was saying before. So all of those P's. Potent, poignant, and what was the other one? Jeez, I forgot that fast. Pertinent. There you go. You're the last reading for the day. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Anyway, Gemini, let's get into it for you guys. Let's see some pertinent, potent, and poignant messages for Gemini in mid-March 2021. Okay. Okay, Ace of Wands. That's good. We like that. And King of Wands. And something else. Ace of Wands, King of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Okay. King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but you don't have to be. Oh, excuse me. And the Two of Swords. Some of you are... I feel very stuck with this King of Wands energy. I mean, the Two of Swords doesn't help. You know, it's usually a card of a decision point, but we're kind of fluctuating in our mind, considering all options, but then not really settling on a decision or possibly even being avoidant. But I also feel this King of Wands character, whoever it is in your life, Gemini, this could be you, by the way, it's a general, so it can go vice versa. But whoever this is in the situation, they're not helping matters, it doesn't feel like. It doesn't feel like they want things to change too much or move in a certain direction. If not change, they just don't want it to go in a particular direction versus the other direction. In certain aspects, or not in certain aspects, but for some of you, thank you, this person blocks new opportunities, Ace of Wands, simply because they can. I mean, the King of Wands, I mean, is not the most powerful card in the tarot deck, not by a long shot, but is coming through as a very powerful character in your reading, Gemini. It could be you or it's someone that you're dealing with, and they are inflexible, possibly just to screw you over. Oh, they're reminding me. It was either the March reading or somewhere in 2021. I came across with a message in the Gemini readings that basically said somebody wants to destroy you. Was that last month I said that? I don't remember. I don't look at my stuff. So I don't really remember my messages. But they're reminding me that this inflexible energy or a person in your life being inflexible is persistent. You could be, again, I'm reminded that also some of you Geminis are playing this part. So so I guess that's validation for any cross watchers, because I don't think the inflexible person, no matter their sign, no matter who they are in the story, is watching this reading. It's very unlikely. So whoever this is, they do it simply because they choose to. They could choose to do something else. Two of Swords. They could choose to do something else, but they don't want to. They avoid choosing the other option of allowing things to flow or allowing the situation to progress or allowing you or they, in some of your cases, to part ways. Like, I'm feeling there's a situation for a few of you Geminis where you want to be done with this person, but they won't let you. which is kind of crazy because I don't necessarily subscribe to that, but I understand that, reality isn't always that. I live a very different life than most people, period. Uh, and so what I'm observing in other people, friends, family members, strangers, whatever, is there's a whole different ball game that other people get involved in, or that they are forced into, that I've not experienced and I probably would never experience, simply because. But anyway, I don't know who this is. I don't know why you guys are entangled, but for some of you, it's a refusal to let you go, or let the situation go, let the argument go, let the problem, let the complication, whatever. This person puts new life, Ace of Wands, into conflict. This person stirs trouble. This person doesn't want to be forgotten. For some of you. That's not for everybody. But it's like very quickly, for like a little millisecond, like a little sliver of the energy was, they don't want to be forgotten, Gemini. And it's sad because they're a sad person. They're very, there's a lot of bravado. For that story, I'm pulling to it specifically because it's for just a few of you, but I want you to hear this. For some of you, this person has a lot of bravado. They don't have to be a man, but they're very masculine, and they're very much heavy in their masculine energy, heavy to the point that it's actually low vibration. So they are not emotional. They are not compassionate. They're not any sense soft. They're a very hard person. Hard to know, hard to get close to, very standoffish, or, at arm's length. There's no intimacy with this person, even if you do have an intimate relationship, a close relationship. They are just hard as a rock, just like what is that phrase? Like trying to get blood from a stone or something like that. Anyway, that person doesn't want to be forgotten. I feel that person has so many terrible and deep set issues that I'm sensing it has nothing to do with you. It's all about them and their unwillingness to recognize themselves in any other form or see themselves in any other light. So for some of you, you're dealing with a very hard-ass person who doesn't know how to express or doesn't know how to relinquish, release, because for them, again, low vibrational masculine energy, power, control, being decisive, being divisive is all they know how to do. And that's how they express themselves in any situation. All right. And they don't want to be forgotten. So and remember I said it was like a thin, like very minuscule moment through the energy that this enlightened, like I was able to see that part of them. They have that, or they're gaining that. And they're not actively gaining it. It's just happening because of the situation that you're involved in with this person. Meaning, if this is it does not have to be a man, but let's say it was a father or a mother. It could be anybody. It could be an older brother, older sister. It could be, your twin. I don't care. You guys are the sign of twins, but, you might have a really bad relationship with someone who is your cohort, like somebody who's a peer of yours, right? Whoever they are, they've been that way their entire lives. Yes? But most people are not born that way, right? You have to learn or become adapted or conditioned into such a low vibrational way. And it's not just masculine energy, obviously, that can be low vibrational. Feminine energy can also be low vibrational. So this low vibe in this King of Wands, whoever it is a learned coping mechanism. And I'm no psychologist, I'm no, learned professional or anything like that. But what I do know is you have to be conditioned into that. You have to learn that. And this person, therefore, is far removed from who they were as a child or who they were when they were younger. And they've built up this persona. They've built up this way of being, and that's all they know how to be. And that keeps you stuck with them to a certain extent. Like, again, if this is a family member of yours, it doesn't have to be your father, it could be anybody, but you have been with this person your entire life or their entire life. And so your bond is very deep. and you or they or whoever is not this person doesn't want to deal with it anymore. This is tiresome. This is taxing. And so the desire for new is over here, but who's in the middle? This character, this person. So there is this desire to want newness with the Ace of Wands, to progress, to experience something new, to get out in the world and create or do whatever, and possibly in some sense have a new relationship. So, okay, that's it. Whoop, here we go. For some of you, you're married to this person. Now, I'm not here to say divorce court, throw it out the window, but there is this like, come on, why are you like this? We've been married for however long, and this is the attitude you have. This is the persona that you present to me the entire time. You want to control me. You want to control the situation. You're not flexible. You're not affectionate. And this is a lot to say about the King of Wands because, again, it's low vibrational version of this. On its, typically in high vibe, mid to high vibe, the King of Wands is not like this. But whoever I'm talking about in your life, Gemini, they're very low vibrational. They really do not want other people to do and be however they don't want them to be. Does that make sense? Like basically, if you are saying things that they don't want you to say, they shut you up. If you don't do things they want you to do, they try to prevent you from doing those things again. Like, oh, you said that or you did that and I didn't say you could. Okay, well, shut it down. Controlling parent, controlling partner, controlling family member, controlling boss, whatever. It's ridiculous. All right, so let's get some further information here. And, okay, before we go there, I feel whoever isn't this person, your heaviest anchor point is in the Two of Swords. You don't know what to do with this person. You don't know how to proceed forward. And you might have to make some hard decisions. The twos are light choice, quote unquote, light choice, meaning they're so close to the start of the Ace 2 3, the succession, the ascension path of the tarot, that it's kind of like sometimes it can be more daunting than it actually is. I think we build it up in our minds because I guess I guess maybe I shouldn't call it a light point. It is pivotal. So let's say it that way. Instead of light, this is a pivotal choice. And when you pivot, you literally change directions, right? So even though it's light in terms of the burden isn't there, there's not a lot of burden in the twos versus the tens or the nines where there's lots of burden. Then we've really, really been committed to something or really, really been in lockstep or something like that. The two is a pivot point. You change direction. So I feel for you or whoever's in this energy, Gemini, they don't take that too lightly because there's a fear of getting it wrong. And there's a fear to have to backtrack. And some of it is simply, I don't want to have to come back to this person and have them be an asshole about it, Anyway, so let's get further information here. For Gemini, I don't need to clarify anything. So let's get further information regarding this situation for Gemini. What else is going on in this situation? Please show me. Yes, okay. So, Six of Cups upside down, in reverse, jeez. Six of Cups in reverse. Page of Pentacles, Princess of Pentacles, same difference. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you could be dealing with. And then the Three of Wands. All right, so for some of you, this is like a parent and child dynamic. Your parent, or you as the parent, you're a piece of work. I'm not, trying to call anybody out or anything like that, but there is a chance, very low chance, that some of you are the King of Wands, and you should recognize yourself as such. But you don't have to take my word for it. But others of you, this is your parent. This is who you grew up with. I'm not talking to anybody who's underage. My analytics show me everybody who watches my channel, presumably at least, is using the account of an adult. So most of us who are here now are adults, yes? So you grew up with this person, Princess of Pentacles. There's loyalty here. Like, you really don't want to, for lack of a better word, abandon this person. There is or was at some point, maybe not anymore. Maybe some of you have reached a breaking point, or again, Two of Swords, a pivot point where now you're like, okay, well, I can't be like this anymore. But at some point there was a fair amount of loyalty expressed on your behalf, or from your side of things. You know, if this was your mom or your dad, or if this was your uncle or your grandpa, your grandma, something like that, you didn't want to take a step out of line. You did want to honor them. You did want to, you know, follow those rules and never disappoint them and all that kind of stuff. You know, not to say you were goody two shoes through and through, but there, in regards to this person, there was definite, I'm going to do what you say. I'm not going to put a foot out of line, because there were probably tons of consequences involved. But now again, it's at a pivot point. And so I'm seeing a slow rising coming from this Page of Pentacles energy, in that pages are very interested in what's next, what's new, where can I go from here? Even though they don't have a lot, because they're young energy, novice energy, again, energy of children as well. So there is possibly on your side of things, Gemini, or someone's side of things, a lack of experience. If you've always lived with this family member, it's now you're thinking about pivot point again. What's it going to be like when I live on my own? And you could be 20 something years old thinking that, 30 something years old thinking that, 40 something years old and thinking that. You know, I don't know your life, but that happens. Sometimes we don't leave the nest at all, or we leave for short periods of time, but then we always come back. Six of Cups in reverse, always come back. So for some of you, this is a revolving door relationship with family members, and or, like I said, for some of you, this could be your spouse, where we leave each other, then we come back. We part ways and then we come back. You know, so there's like this ebb and this flow to it. I feel, for lack of a better word, it's a little toxic for some of you guys. In that I feel I think I used that word before, abandoned. They don't want to be abandoned. They don't want to feel abandoned. And whoever's the Page of Pentacles here doesn't want to abandon the King of Wands. And this prospect, this idea of abandonment is kind of strange, because I got to tell you, I don't feel this King of Wands, I mean, not trying to presume anybody's financial situation, but I feel like this person is fine. They will not crumble, but they present themselves as if they would. And again, I can't, and that's, you know, on the physical side of things. Maybe they would crumble a little bit, or they would be disenchanted emotionally, or very hurt, or feeling, you know, in sort of feeling distraught emotionally. I can't speak for that. But there's something here about not wanting to leave someone behind, and that is why the Six of Cups is in reverse. It's not at its healthiest. Either the way you or the other person or both of you perceive this relationship, Gemini, it's really not altogether very healthy. Six of Cups is sometimes considered a soulmate card. I'm not going to give my caveat like I normally do. If you've been with me for a while, you know what it is. If you're new to my channel, you will find out just in my tone. I don't put a lot of... Not that I don't believe... I totally believe in soulmates, by the way. It's just that I don't put stock in soulmates being the lovey-dovey experience that a lot of people who are not necessarily related to or participating in tarot regularly or esoteric things regularly. Like, there's a lot of like cookie cutter bullshit that comes along with this idea of what a soulmate is. And I think that's indicative of the era that we just left, which was the era and the age of Pisces. No offense to any Pisces, because I love them to death, but it's not even about the specific people Pisces. It's about the archetype of it, right? And there's a lot of frou-frou. There's a lot of, you know, masquerade and fantasy when we talk about the age of Pisces. We're in the age of Aquarius now. Stark realization, stark realism, stark, very sometimes even jarring awareness of what is true. No frills, no bells and whistles, no sprinkles and glitter to make it more appeasing. What's the real truth? The real truth is you might have a soulmate relationship with this person, whoever they are, but it might be detrimental to your physical life. Meaning, on a spiritual level, you guys are meant to be together. You're meant to experience something in this physical life, but it does not mean it's going to be pleasant. It doesn't mean it's going to last your entire life long. And it doesn't mean it doesn't come without some type of controversy, let's say, or difficulty, without something to overcome. Like, again, that cookie cutter way of viewing soulmates, that's past. That's dead, if I'm honest. It's very dead. It's possible for some of us still. It still is something that some people are living with now, and they might live in the future. But a lot of the soulmate relationships that I've been working with, that I've studied, and all this, or concepts of soulmate relationships is like, oh, we are this batch of soulmate energy that's coming through in not just my readings, but in many other tarot readings. We're recalibrating things. We're getting things cleaned up and gussied up and made to be better for future endeavors and future generations and future soul relationships, where if you believe in reincarnation, you'll be back again and maybe you'll experience a better version of the same person or the same energy. But for now, you got to clean up what's a little messy. And I think there is a lack of cleaning going on here with you and this person, because again, it's a little toxic. It's a little codependent. Not a psychologist, not a professional in those worlds. Pursue or study up on those concepts on your own. But that's what I'm seeing here. Like, there's a codependent thing here where through several sources or several routes of influence, you and this person are convinced that you're supposed to be together in this way. Even though, what was I saying before this bottom tier came out, or this bottom row came out? I was saying there is a desire for something new. There is a prospect or a possibility that there's newness here, but there's blockages that someone deliberately does, Gemini. They deliberately block the newness. So if we're meant to be together, why would you block anything? Or if we're meant to be in each other's lives in a positive, constructive way, there would be no need to block new opportunities. There would be no need to try to control what I say, what I do, where I go, who I talk to, what happens when I go over here, you get what I mean? So I think this Princess of Pentacles is waking up to that, wising up to that, but it's still slow moving. Three of Wands underneath the Two of Swords. So the desire is, well, number one, look at this card. A lot of spiritual motifs and imagery here. So through possible spiritual practice, whatever you consider spiritual practice to be. Some people it's lucid dreaming. Other people it's like, going on a vision quest. Other people it's like meditating once a month. Whatever gets you going. Whatever connects you to your higher self, connects you to your guides, connects you to the spirit realm. Do that shit. Because I think a lot of awareness comes through that. And since it's wands, it does speak to actual practice, actual physical movement or actions that we take, practices that we undergo that will become sort of rhythmic in our lives. I like this. I think this is the sort of the path forward for whoever is the Page of Pentacles. But that's not going to fly until we kind of sever, quote unquote, sever our, they want me to say psyche from this person. So for some of you, this person has like a really like psychic connection with you, or you, them, or whatever. And it needs to be snip, snip, snipped. Let's get some advice and then we're going to end, because I don't want this to go on too long. You so far have the longest reading for sure. What's a card of advice here for Gemini in this situation? What is the card of advice for Gemini in this situation? Card of advice for Gemini, please. Ooh, Moon in reverse. Okay, I think I get it. Because initially I was just like, oh no. But I think I get it. Because, everything I just said about Pisces is like coming back to me. How dare you? No, I'm kidding. But Moon is a major arcana for Pisces. You could be dealing with a Pisces, but you don't have to be. With it in reverse, I don't know why I'm so hungry all of a sudden. That was very strange. I think there's something here about, for some of you Geminis or whoever is resonating with this message, there's a little apprehension about who you are cosmically, how you exist or how you navigate your divine body, your divine being, that side of yourself. There's an unknowing or a fear about it. You're watching this reading and maybe this is the first tarot reading you've ever watched. No idea. Or you've been watching tarot readings lately, but you're unfamiliar with the cards, you don't understand. You know, people might be dropping words like twin flame, soulmate, you know, the 5D, things like that. You don't know the concepts. And because you don't know them, you're not familiar with them, or you're skeptical of them, there's like a resistance to go further. I think that's surprisingly, it's a red flag that helps you. Like if, okay, listen, I'm not trying to like push you into doing tarot or watching more tarot or getting into anything metaphysical, but if you're uncomfortable with it, why is that? Is it because of this influence from this person or other people like this person? Is it because, like I just said a moment ago, you might have a soulmate relationship with someone, but I'm telling you, in many cases, in the people I've been working with, your soulmate doesn't have to be around for the rest of your life. Your soulmate could be, you know, here for 10 years and that's it. And not, you know, that you guys, one person is, you know, passing away or anything. No, literally, just you guys divert paths. Friend, family, lover, otherwise, it doesn't matter. And if that makes you uncomfortable, moon in reverse, I think there's something in that for you. Not trying to say I'm correct. Not trying to say I'm calling it like you got to break up with this person or you got to get them out of your life. No. But there is something in that reconceptualizing, reconsidering how you view what's going on in your life. What's going on in this connection with this person. Yes? The moon in reverse is, to me, waking up. Because the moon is, yes, intuitive, yes, does speak to the esoteric space and the metaphysical space a little bit, and the subconscious and everything like that. When it's in the upright, that's what we can easily associate with it. But it also can speak to darkness. It can also speak to avoidance and escape. And so that being in reverse, I think that's what the card is saying. Don't escape. Don't push this down or push this away and try to ignore this. Wake up. Get into that uncomfortable sensation that happens when you question what's going on here with me and him, or me and her, or me and these people. Yeah? Gemini, that is your reading for mid-March. I hope it helped you. If it did, leave a like, leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hitting the notification bell so you can see when I do uploads to the channel here. If you want to get at me for a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. Gemini, I'll be back in a few weeks' time to bring you your April messages. Until then, I thank you so much for watching. Take care.